Welcome back, fight fans. Look, welcome back to IBFP Raw. It's time to get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. These fanboys don't want these problems. Let's get it. Salute to everybody on the stream right now. Salute to everybody showing up. And look, we're just going to be honest and unbiased about a few things today. All I've been seeing is haters. All I've been seeing everywhere I go is haters, 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 haters. And so what we're going to do is expose these haters. A lot of these haters are mad. A lot of these guys are mad for no reason. Don't be mad at the facts, but that's all right. The landlord is back. And remember, if you're new to the IBFP, I just want to go over a few simple ground rules. If you're new to the IBFP, one thing you need to understand is that it's facts above everything. So if you're in your feelings, this ain't for you. If you sit down when you pee, this is not for you. If you close a refrigerator door with your hips, this is not for you. If you listen to Dante's Bias Nation, if you listen to Kai TV, if you listen to Boxing Ego, the same dude that wears fuzzy house slippers and live in his mama basement begging for rent money, this is not for you. So understand what you're about to hear is absolute facts. That's what you're about to hear. So don't get mad and don't get in your feelings when I give you the truth. So be ready. Be ready because we're about to get it. Somebody's finna get mad. Somebody's finna get upset. And before you say something stupid, if you don't want to get humiliated, come with facts. That's all I'm going to tell you is come with facts. And look, we got a lot to debunk today. We got a lot. Canelo Alvarez, they talking about. They talking about Dillian Whyte. They talking about Keith Thurman. They talking about Bud Crawford. But the thing that we do is keep that same energy everywhere we go. Salute to Samuel Shaw. Salute to Boxing Monster. Salute to Pull Check, Lisa Bell, Fernie. Salute to Andrew Gomez. Salute everybody. First of all, the Trout brothers are garbage truck juice. This dude's own brother admitted he ducked Canelo Alvarez. Anybody still respecting him is stupid. I'm sorry, anybody still respecting Jamal Charlo after his own brother came out and exposed him is an absolute clown, idiot, and a moron. Let's just be honest and unbiased. And then let me tell you what. Let me tell you what. A lot of people have been talking about Dillian Whyte. Oh, how can anybody be ducking Dillian Whyte? How can anybody be ducking Dillian Whyte? Tyson Fury ready to give up his world title to not fight Dillian Whyte. What are you talking about? If you don't understand that Dillian Whyte is one of the most avoided men in the heavyweight division, the first thing you need to do is turn a light switch on and off, jump up and down, and slap yourself for being stupid. We got to be honest and unbiased. And if you don't like the truth, if you don't like facts, this ain't for you. This is not for you. This is the return of the landlord. This is what this is. And if your rent ain't paid, then you're about to get evicted. And let's just keep going. Let's just keep going because they want to be stupid. Well, let's get to Canelo Alvarez, the man that everybody keeps talking about. The man they saying, he's a cherry picker. He doesn't want to fight anybody. They're really emotional. Pull your panties down and man up, you cowards. Let's just be real. This is the only man in boxing right now taking all the free smoke. Him and Anthony Joshua, that's it. Nobody else is doing what AJ and Canelo Alvarez is doing, period. Period. No one else. And so before you start hating on Canelo Alvarez, oh, Billy Joe Saunders said this about Canelo. Billy Joe Saunders then ducked everybody. He ducked Canelo. He ducked Demetrius Andrade. So why are you worried about what Billy Joe Saunders said? Why are you worried about that? Well, David Benavidez, he got stripped and Canelo's getting a shot. David Benavidez lost the belt on the scale because he wasn't disciplined. So is it Canelo Alvarez's fault that David Benavidez couldn't put the hamburgers and tacos down? Is that Canelo's fault? See, nobody was mad. Nobody was mad when Canelo Alvarez, nobody was mad when Canelo Alvarez was sending out contracts and dudes was returning them. Dudes were turning down offers. Callum Smith priced himself out. You forgot that. But then nobody was mad about that. Nobody was saying, oh, we want Canelo to fight this. Nobody was mad when Canelo sent the offer to Billy Joe Saunders. And what did Billy Joe do? He said he's withdrawing from consideration to fight Canelo. But then you want to turn around and call him a cherry picker? You want to call him a cherry picker? The biggest cherry picker in boxing right now, one of the biggest, is Billy Juice Saunders. Think about what Billy Juice Saunders is doing. Billy Juice Saunders went off a Sufi, had an opportunity to face Canelo, and then pulled out. He's a punk coward and a pussy. I don't want to hear anybody else tell me anything about Billy Joe Saunders. The dude is garbage truck juice. He don't want to smoke. He said, oh, I would love to fight Canelo. And then you get the opportunity and then you clamor out. If you were really that good, if you're really that great, then take a chance. Risk it. Risk it. Show me what you got. Show me how good a boxer you are. But you don't even believe in yourself. Your own mama don't believe in you. What are we talking about? Your mama walk around with a Canelo Alvarez sweatshirt. Stop playing with yourself, Billy Joe Saunders. Stop playing. And let's get to boxing ego. You know, I probably had, I'm gonna say, at least 100 people come to the IBFP, come to my Twitter, social media. You know, people just constantly come to me and tell me, oh, you know, boxing ego. Spitting. They said Canelo ducked David Benavidez. He ducked David Benavidez. How did Canelo Alvarez duck David Benavidez? That makes no sense. Only an idiot, a dummy, and a moron would believe Canelo ducked David Benavidez. And let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why. Let me explain. How can you duck a man, right? That David Benavidez, out of his own mouth, was going to face Yildirim next for the WBC title. And then after that, David Benavidez was going to have to face Caleb Plant. See, a lot of people don't realize David Benavidez stated out of his own mouth, according to BoxingScene.com, that he wanted to face Caleb Plant before he fought Canelo Alvarez because he wanted to unify titles. A lot of people don't do their research. You got to get out your feelings and focus on these facts. That's the problem with these dudes. So how can you duck David Benavidez when he already had 2 fights lined up? You can't. Only an idiot, a dummy, and a moron would say that. Come on now. Come on now. Let's just be real about it. Only an idiot, a dummy, and a moron. Come on now. Come on now. A lot of people don't want to be real. How can Canelo Alvarez duck a dude who already had 2 fights lined up? It doesn't make sense. And look, let's also get to this. A lot of people said Canelo Alvarez is a cherry picker. Boxing ego, the same dude in his mama's basement saying Canelo Alvarez is a cherry picker, saying that he doesn't want to fight the good fights. Who doesn't he want to fight? He sent an offer to Callum Smith. He sent an offer to Billy Joe Saunders. Demetrius Andrade said he would refuse to face Canelo Alvarez in a pandemic. He said that, not Canelo. He said that. So who doesn't he want to fight? Who doesn't he want to fight? Jamal Charlo ducked him, and his own brother Jermell Charlo said it. Come on now, stop playing. Stop playing. See, this is what we're saying. We give you the truth, and you don't want to hear it. We give you the truth, and you don't want to hear it. Then they say, oh, Canelo, he requested to face Yildirim. Who would not request to face a guy for a world title? You know who else requested to face Yildirim? Callum Smith requested it, but we didn't get this energy. David Benavidez requested it, but we didn't get this energy. See, we got to keep the same energy for everybody. We got to be honest about everybody. You can't have one standard for one dude and another standard for another. And if you say, oh, Canelo Alvarez is this guy, Canelo Alvarez is that. So I'm going to say this. Okay, name one fighter that's active aside from Manny Pacquiao that has a better resume than Canelo Alvarez right now. You can't name anybody. You can't name 68 pounds at 160 pounds that got a better resume than Canelo Alvarez. So why are you crying and moaning and whining that this man is getting a world title shot? If you don't like the fact that Canelo's getting a world title shot, stand up, turn the light switch on and off, and slap yourself, then slap your mama for raising you to be this stupid. We got to be real about it. Who would turn down an opportunity to face a mandatory? Demetrius Andrade won his belt off of a bum. Off of a bum. Caleb Plant just fought his mandatory, a bum. Canelo Alvarez. So he can't face a guy and get a belt? That's what I'm saying. But you applaud these dudes. You applaud these dudes. Boxing ego gets on his knees and strokes Jamal Charlo all day long. That's what he does. Boxing ego, if you hear me, If you hear me, come on IBFP Raw, Akai TV, slap yourself and your mama for being stupid, because I'm not playing with these boys anymore. This is absolutely raw. We're returning. The landlord is back and rent is due. These dudes don't want the truth. And let me get you about Bud Crawford. I've always supported Terence Bud Crawford. I've always said Bud Crawford is the truth. I've always said Bud Crawford is pound for pound. I even say that Terence Bud Crawford right now is a Hall of Fame fighter. But here's the problem that I have. If you get an opportunity to face Keith Thurman, why in the hell would you look at Kell Brook? Why would you look at Kell Brook? Kell Brook's been knocked out twice. Kell Brook had 2 huge injuries in his face. Kell Brook has not fought at 147 in 3+ years. So what's the point in facing Kell Brook? Face a Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman keep asking for it. People say, well, Keith Thurman is just bluffing. He doesn't really want to face Terence Crawford. Okay, then call his bluff. Because right now, he's begging for the fight. Bomac said out of his own mouth, they're not interested in Keith Thurman. He said it. Akai TV loves to get on his knees and stroke Canelo in and out his mouth all day long. That dude is garbage truck juice. Bomac said Keith Thurman priced himself out. You paid Amir Khan $5 million. You refuse to pay Manny Pacquiao. That's why the negotiation is staggering. Top Rank has to pay somebody. They have to pay somebody. Are you going to keep having this dude fight Kell Brook? That's a good fight? That's a good fight to you? Terence Crawford at this point need to leave Top Rank if they're scared to pay somebody. Let's be honest. You need to leave Top Rank if you're scared to pay somebody. Call Keith Thurman's bluff. The man's not asking for $100 million coming off a loss. Get a man an opportunity to negotiate. You want this dude to take a cheap. You know who has some of the biggest ratings in the welterweight division? Keith Thurman. You need to make the fight with Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, because Kell Brook next, that's garbage truck juice. Kell Brook is a washed fighter. You have gotten Terence Crawford no top names at 147 pounds. No Sean Porter, no Danny Garcia, no Errol Spence, no Keith Thurman, no Manny Pacquiao. You need to fight somebody. Don't ever tell me Terence Crawford is above Vasil Lomachenko and Canelo Alvarez pound for pound if you can't even get this man a damn fight. Come on, stop playing with me, because you know it. Akai is garbage truck juice. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, feel free to jump on the IBFP. Feel free. And I'll come in here and school you like your daddy shoulda. We got to be honest and unbiased. These dudes don't want the truth. They don't want to see the facts. They just want to moan and whine and cry. See, it's always facts over feelings. That's what a lot of people don't realize. You too in your feelings. You mad that Canelo Alvarez is getting a title shot? So it's Canelo's fault that David Benavidez couldn't make weight? It's Canelo's fault that they giving him a shot? It's Canelo's fault that he got the best resume between 160 and 168? What are we talking about? You dudes is cowards. If you don't like that, you're not a fan of boxing. You're not a fan of boxing. You on your knees trying to stroke somebody's ego. You're not a fan of boxing. You're not. You simply not. I'm going to give you the truth. Black and brown boxing salute. Black and brown boxing salute. These dudes don't want to be honest. They don't want to be unbiased. They want to sit up here try to please another grown man instead of tell the truth. You sitting up here listening to this man boxing ego, a dude in his mama basement begging for super chats and fuzzy slippers, closing the refrigerator door with his hips. This is your king? This is your hero? David Benavidez can face Yildirim and you don't blink an eye. Canelo Alvarez facing, you're about to piss yourself. Stop playing with me. You got to keep it the same. The energy got to be the same. Bob Arum needs to be done with Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, you need to leave Bob Arum. Bob Arum doesn't want to get you in fights. You're not a priority of his. He don't give a damn if you face Manny Pacquiao. He don't give a damn if you face Keith Thurman. He's saying that, and if Keith Thurman priced himself out, right? Let's say Keith Thurman, that's what Bomac said. Keith Thurman priced himself out. Then explain to me, if he priced himself out like this, then why is Bob Arum saying he would rather make that fight in 2021? So why would you rather delay the fight instead of get it now? But you said price yourself out. But your boss, Bob Arum said, no, he didn't price himself out. He simply said, we'd rather make the fight in 2021. This man don't want to pay nobody. He trying to get people on the cheap. Stop playing. Stop playing. In the zone, slap yourself. You better pay the face of boxing and let that man get you back on top. Stop playing. I'm going to be honest. It's always facts over feelings. If there's anybody in your feelings, look at the facts. Canelo Alvarez is not wrong for wanting to fight for a world title. He didn't make David Benavidez lose the title. How can he duck David Benavidez when David Benavidez, what did he do? He said he got 2 fights before he even looked at Canelo Alvarez. Before he even look at him. See, that's what I'm saying. El Pintera, he says, I'm done with Canelo. Well, he's done with you. So slap yourself and your mama for being stupid. Because what we got to do is be real, raw, and unbiased. At the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing. Name somebody with a better resume. Name somebody moving up 2 weight classes and knocking out the bully. A world champion sitting right there. Demetrius Andrade can fight a bum for a title and you don't give a damn. Caleb Plant can fight a bum for a title and you don't give a damn. Jamal Charlo can fight a bum for a title and you don't give a damn. Errol Spence can fight a wash Brook coming off knockout loss and you don't give a damn. Jamal Charlo can fight Sergey Deverenchenko off a loss and you don't give a damn. But then when it comes to Canelo Alvarez trying to fight for a world title, solidify his reign at 168, become a full-fledged 4-division champ, you sitting up here hating. You sitting up hating. What are we talking about? You dudes is trash. You dudes is trash. Come on, now these dudes is trash. You got these dudes fighting bums, but you want to hate Canelo. You got these dudes out here running from Dillian Whyte, hating on Dillian Whyte. Oh, Tyson Fury dug Dillian Whyte. Who else? Deontay Wilder dug Dillian Whyte. Who else? This is what we talking about. Andy Reid's even dug Dillian Whyte. But people don't want to keep that same energy. People don't want to keep that energy. They don't want to give Canelo props. They don't want to give all the props where credit and credit is due. We're gonna be honest about it. We're gonna tell you the truth. If Jamal Charlo got exposed by his own brother Jermell Charlo, what does that tell you? The dude ducked all the smoke. He says Tyson Fury. Brian says Tyson Fury and Tank are the face of boxing. If you believe that Tyson Fury and Tank Davis are the face of boxing, you smoking crack. Because only a moron, an idiot, or a dummy would believe that. They don't even believe that. That's why Tank Davis and Adrian Broner was waiting backstage to get Canelo Alvarez autograph. That's why Tyson Fury is hoping to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua to get the biggest payday of his life. Come on now, but you calling Demetrius Andrade great. And yet this dude is fighting bums for belts. What are we talking about? These guys don't want to see the facts. They just want to hate on Canelo. They want to hate on Dillian Whyte. They want to hate on Anthony Joshua. They want to hate on Vasil Lomachenko. They want to hate on anybody trying to be great. And they want to pump up fanboys and nobody's fighting tomato cans. We got to keep that same energy no matter who it is. We got to keep that same energy no matter who's stepping up to the plate. I love Bud Crawford. I think Bud Crawford's one of the best boxers in the world. But if Top Rank ain't going to get you in the ring with Keith Thurman, if they're not going to get you in the ring with Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao, and all they can offer you is Kell Brook, you need to leave Top Rank because they're garbage truck juice. They're garbage truck juice. Andrade, the only thing great that he sees is Canelo Alvarez when it comes on TV. Demetrius Andrade has fought nobody throughout the course of his career. Nobody. And if you got a problem with me, who has a better resume, Canelo or Andrade? Canelo or Charlo? Canelo or Callum Smith? Canelo or David Benavidez? Come on now. We're not going to play games. We're going to tell you the truth. That's the problem with these fanboys. You don't like facts over feelings. You too worried about how you feel instead of looking at the facts. Oh, you don't like Canelo. You don't like this. You don't like that. You don't care about any of the facts. You got the same dudes hating on Ryan Garcia, saying that Ryan Garcia would never step up. Ryan Garcia's never going to face a top fighter. Now he's facing a bona fide top 10. And Devin Haney, who is he talking about fighting? He talking about fighting a wash Yuri Ortiz Gamboa. A wash Gamboa is the best he can come up with. Anybody supporting this is stupid. Anybody that agree with this is stupid. You done brought the landlord back. See, that's the problem. You didn't make the landlord come back. And I'm going to tell you this. This ain't for everybody. IBFP Raw ain't for everybody. So if you're new here and you don't like it, slap yourself because this ain't for you.